So this is a one way how callback is used. Now there are, for example, four objects who are interested in this information. Okay, then how to tackle that? One case is I can make set download listener 1, set download listener 2, set download listener 3, or I can make this as an observable pattern. Okay, what does that mean? Just like we saw the dumping example of a sun and our eyes. So in this case, we are interested to have multiple observers. So I can say what we can do. You can give us, I can make this and mutable list of download, and every time you can this list dot add download. So now in this case I'm saying okay, you can add how many you want. Like if you have 2, 3, 4 observers, you can add these, and internally I will take care of this. This is not required anymore. And once that is done, I need to say okay, list for, and every download should be informed. Now in this case, download 2. So now you can see what happened. Before that we have a callback because only one person or one object is interested. Now as we need a broadcast, because this is kind of a broadcast, more than one objects are interested, I move that change to the observer pattern. So in this case, this use case, I can say okay, this is an observer pattern. Why? So this is our observable image SDK download image, and there are observers who are interested. This is a one observer, this is the second observer, maybe you can put thousands of observers. And once our observable is going to complete its work, when it will do this, once this is done, it will say okay, I will notify you all the observers. So that is, we converted our callback in the form of a observable pattern. Okay, now we can move towards from the other perspective. So I'm going to remove this, the callback conversion into observable, and now I'm going to use original proper names. So we have an observable. Always remember, in case of a callback, I need to save some kind of information internally, just like I implemented download null label. So in this case, we know we this functionality, more objects are, it's kind of a broadcast. So for that I need a container to save the information list, and this is a list of mutable list of what kind of a list we will discuss later. So as this is an observable, we know if you are interested in an observable, you need to register yourself. So in that case, I need to write a method add observer, and observer is going to register with us. It means I need a one more class which name is observer. Okay, so now uh, I created an observable, and there are some observers who are interested. So I can create not anonymous separately, observer 1, observer 2, and then I am going to register. So these observers are interested in the observable. So until now everything, I think it's pretty easy, understandable. Now we know this is type of an observer. Cool. Now what I need to do, I need to do list dot add observer. Okay, now I'm sure observable should do some functionality. So we can inform to the observer, hey, I completed that functionality. So I'm saying okay, do something, and that this functionality may be anything. So I say okay, IO work, And once that is done, what I want to inform all of my observers. So in that case, I'm saying, okay, inform the observer. So how to inform the observer? There should be something, maybe update. Make sense? Okay. So I'm saying you need to create a fun update now. And to understand this, I'm also sending name, for example, observer1. So we can see the execution basically, observer2. So now in this case, uh, I'm making this as a field and I will print this. Again, coming back, there is an observable, it's doing something. Some observers are interested in that. So they are saying, okay, we want to register with you. And I'm saying, okay, add yourself inside of me. Same like set callback, set listener, but it's multiple. Then once observable did something, completed its work, and that is the event where all the observers are interested. I will do this and you can see now observer 1 and observer 2 both are informed. Now at this place, at this point, observer 2 is saying I'm no more interested in you. So observable saying no problem, you can unregister or remove. And you can give me yourself so I can remove. So I created a new method and now what I will say list dot remove observer. Done. And then once you removed yourself, observable again did that work. Now at this point we will see only observer 1 because observer 2 is no more interested, so we are not notifying him. So that is a whole observer pattern. Okay, but this is like kind of a pretty generic template, and now I'm going to use this, converting this in a real observable pattern, how we use this in real scenarios. So for example, I have a class notification center who is responsible to notify events, and there are some observers or some classes or some places where people are interested or the objects are interested once that notification center do something. So what I need to do, first I can reuse that observable template. So I will say, okay, extend this to observable, change this class to open, and then now this notification center has this ability to register yourself. So now I created a notification center. Done. And anyone who is interested in some kind of a notification or any information that can register easily. So this template is going good, but in this case there is no one is interested in this, like we are not interested in the observable doing something. So what I can do, I can remove this. Done. But I can do one thing, I can say protected method notify but in this case, because Java has an internal method of notify by default, so I can say notify everyone. All is also there from the threading. So okay, notify everyone, and I will write the same code which I have before. Update. Nice. So now I have this template. Anyone who wants to use observer pattern, he can extend from the observable, and then after that he can do what he wants. So for example, I'd say do something, and then once that work is done, I will say okay, notify everyone. Now in this case, what about the observer? So I can create a new class like notification observer and then extend from that, or I can make it more powerful kind of. So I can say, okay, you are no more class, you are an interface. Now you will see why I'm saying interface, because as an SDK developer, I'm not interested what you will do once there is a notification. Yeah, my responsibility to inform anyone who is using my app or my SDK. So I'll say, okay, observer, and you are responsible for this. What do you want? You can do. So now this is interface. Now, as an user of this, I will say, okay, I'm going to make my inform me, and I am going to make this observer. So now, as a user of this SDK, I'm responsible what I need to do. Not the SDK developer, I am responsible. And then I'm saying, okay, inform me. And once we will run, I can see print out add observer, inform me notification center dot add observer, and inform me. Okay, so there is some bug. What happened? We can check again. Not a big issue. So we have a list, we have an interface, notify everyone, and once notify everyone is called, it's saying uh, do something is not called. So now, so notification center did something, do something, I am responsible. So basically, as an SDK developer, this I implemented this abstraction, and this is the contract between me and the developer who is going to use this. And this is a kind of a set click listener is same, the callback information is same, but in case of this, what I can do, the power is of the observer pattern is I can do this. Okay, because I'm using the same, which is okay, but I'm seeing this 5 times. Now, once this is done, what else? Now we can discuss a little bit more about can we make this as an interface also, or kind of an abstract class? So if I make this as an abstract class, in that case, uh, there is not any big benefit, or maybe sometimes there is no need to make a separate observable. You can only copy paste this thing inside of that. So it depends. If you are writing some framework and you need a template, then observable is pretty good to have this, so multiple people can use the same pattern, and in future you can change. On the other side, if it's only one time, then there is no need maybe observable. You can directly implement this information inside of a notification center, and we know notification center is working as a observable.